saying miracle, that's big chill. Did you see bro? No good. That's a boy wipe, no refill.
Yugi peoples, welcome to the discussion video. Alright, so yeah, I know I was gone, disappeared for like a week or so, probably like a little bit longer and everything, and I didn't quit playing. I was just not uploading content, just kind of wanted to take a break, kind of like focused on what was going on around me, and everything and stuff. But it's all good. We were still playing Yu-Gi-Oh during that 1 week of time, so this is kind of like a discussion video to kind of sum up like what happened during that time, because there was the Lubbock regional that I played in. I played in a PS5 tournament, and of course just locals and stuff here and there, and I think those are pretty much like the major things. So yeah, start off with the Lubbock, Texas regional. It only ended up being like 81 people, so it's more kind of like a case tournament. We've had case tournaments out here that were about that size, but went into the tournament very unprepared for what I was going to face. All right, so I went off in there ready to play against stuff like Pearly. So I was packing like XYZ Encore, Kaijus, and for Super Heavy Samurai, I felt like it was better for me to just go ahead and just like if I didn't have the Droll, I just wanted to Forbidden Droplet them, so I was like main decking Droplet and stuff, and I also wanted that for like in case I played against Nutria Runic. And yeah, that's not how it went at all. My first round, I played against Dragon Link, one of the toughest matchups we have, but I ended up being able to win it thanks to Droll and Lockbird. We were able to pull that one out. And then after that, I proceeded to play against Kashtira. Like, basically, I kept playing against Kashtira, and my main deck outs were just no chance. It just seemed like every time I had Droll, they had Shifter, so it didn't matter. And yeah, it was an absolute like horrible train wreck. My main deck was not prepared to face against the multiple treads of Kashtira. So yeah, that ended up being an epic fail. And yeah, so we ended up leaving that event early. It was the people, but I must say that like the judge staff, the people and stuff out there, they were real cool. Y'all know I've been selling sleeves that I've been getting from the OCG, and the head judge and the store owners and stuff, they were all cool about me selling sleeves inside their shop. Matter of fact, some of them, got sleeves from me, they sales and stuff. So, real cool people. Shout out to them for running, nice, cool, calm, collected tournament and everything and stuff this time. Started on time, nothing was wrong, everything was good. Shout out to y'all. All right, so proceed into the next couple of weeks. Locals. At my locals, we don't just do Swiss rounds, even though it's like a week tournament and stuff. We do top cut. It's like depending on how many people it is, it's either top 4 or top 8, and then you play out Swiss rounds until you have a winner. So this week, mostly like in locals, I've been going 3-1, finishing second, third, second, and fourth off inside of Swiss, going into top 8 and top 8. I was losing. Like I lost to Kashtira. I know I lost one to Trap Tricks. I think I lost another one to what's that other random deck that I lost to? I lost to Dragon Link. Like, so saying all that to say this, I was still doing good in Swiss, making it through, but losing in top cut and aid, so y'all know, like, I'm the type who usually like post my tournament results and stuff and how I've been going. It's just like I didn't want to, like, there was just nothing to brag about really, because losing in top 8 to me is just like, I don't know, it's not all that great unless it's like a really large tournament, but these were locals that I was losing in at this point. So yeah, as a Yu-Gi-Oh player, and me having been played for such a long time, I know that that it's not always going to be in season for me. So, unfortunately, this format just really doesn't seem like it is for me. I just can't get my hero deck running to it. I just can't do what it takes to be able to win consistently, get the big wins at the end of the day. So, we're going to try a couple things, see if we can get everything back on track. And, that's not the reason why I wasn't uploading content. I just wanted to take a break from it. For me, I guess it's like a little bit harder doing content. I have to pick and choose and do my times because I work a 12-hour shift at my job. And yeah, so it's like tough, having a little baby at home, most days or some days and stuff, and having to do that and having to work, and yeah, it gets a little bit complicated and stuff every sometimes. But I did decide that it would be better for me to start doing master duel content again, because like that I can actually like play when I'm at work, or play a little bit easier and stuff while I'm at home, than having to make sure I get to a tournament throughout the week, and make sure that I record duel content and everything and stuff like that. So y'all probably start seeing a little bit more master duel content. I'm still gonna do my live duels and everything, and actually like in my area we actually have like rogue tournaments that we have in, and like I've played in like 2 of them in the past. I know I've won the first rogue tournament that I played in, and the second one I got like third or fourth or something like that. So yeah, but we have they say it's about 30 people or so for a road tournament. Custom ban list, things like Dark Angel, Plasma, um what's the other one, Dark Law, are banned inside of these tournaments, these big major floodgates and stuff. So we're gonna build a deck, and I'm gonna play this Friday, which is tomorrow, and I'm going to get a card banned from Heroes. So stay tuned to find out what card they end up banning from their future tournaments when I play Heroes tomorrow up there at the tournament. But yeah, a lot of people like look at the list and stuff, and oh, you can't play this, you can't play that, why do y'all keep hitting this, why do y'all keep hitting that? It's supposed to be a fun thing. It's something different. There are other locals around. If you don't want to play in a road tournament, you can play in something else, and it's hosted by Primal Cards and Collectibles, Die and Nyman Shop, and shout out to their judge Tyler, real cool dude. He like makes judging look cool, like when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff. I don't know if y'all have a cool judge inside y'all area, but this boy be he be capping on people, shooting slugs and shit. Like, it's funny. But yeah, they're real cool people, man. And it's one thing about the locals inside of my area is like they're not always like really, really big, but and you don't go to the most competitive one, but it's the atmosphere, the people who make it enjoyable and playable, and stuff. And that's what it is for me. I'm competitive, but I want to play heroes. So I'm not going to be like super competitive. I'm not the type that spends hours training and playing and stuff per day. I just don't. I had that back in the day, and yeah, family comes first. So yeah, I play when I can, do what I can, but that's what it is for me. So fast forward now to the PS5 tournament that took place on tournament. All right, I don't know how familiar y'all are with Texas duelists, and how big a lot of the people are from Texas, but I'm telling y'all, this could have been like the tournament. The people who decide to show up for our tournament, they don't always play in locals, but they show up for stuff like this, and one thing about playing against the people in my area is that you can tell that they play test and practice with these guys, constantly. I think the only one who ever really like constantly goes to locals and constantly plays in our events and regionals and everything is Cameron Neal, who I believe is like a UDS champion. I know he's got like quite a few YCS tops and everything and stuff, but they constantly play test with this guy, play with this guy. He comes to our locals, comes to our tournaments and stuff. I'm sure y'all have seen him topping our regionals. Him, Michael Campos, another UDS champion. He wasn't at the PS5 tournament. Cameron Neal was though. So yeah. Also Jesse Flores, the guy who's second place at YCS recently. I want to say, was it the 250th one or something like that? But yeah, he doesn't always play in our locals and stuff, but he was at the PS5 tournament. For y'all, old duelists who know who Scott Page is, yeah, he ended up like barely, I think he got like into top 8 and ended up winning like the whole thing. I want to say maybe he was playing Kashtira. They were supposed to let me know when the tournament was over so I could come try to do the deck profile, but unfortunately that didn't happen. But Scott, shout out to him. I know him from since like way back in the day. Real cool dude. Congrats to him for winning the PlayStation 5. And yeah, but like I said, Scott Page, Cameron Neal, Jesse Flores, Robert Hernandez, Joey Lynch, Creighton Pre, Matthew Kirkland, like all these people and stuff, man, they practice and play with some of the best. And they're really, really, really good duelists. And it's very rare that you see so many of them inside of one spot to come play but to play for a PS5 tournament, they showed up. But that's a general idea of like how crazy it could be at my locals. And like I said, this was PS5 tournament, it's cool. I wish I could have got some of the deck profiles, especially, with such high profile players there. But unfortunately, work comes first. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I actually, what did I lose to? I lost to, I can't even remember exactly what I lost to, but I remember going into the last round. I was X2 and I ended up playing up against Creighton, who's on Dragon Link, and yeah, I got easily, swiftly 2-0 there. It's just like when you play against that deck, it's really, really tough if they open up Bestials. And yeah, it's just like they start hitting Mally, start hitting Denier, start hitting DPE, and it's like if you don't draw like Ghost Bell or something to prevent them from like really like digging into your combo, like it gets really, really rough. So yeah, I couldn't pull off the victory this time. If y'all remember, he's also the same person that I lost to in top 4 of the case tournament. So yeah, Bestial Dragon Link is just one of those decks, man, and you know even when you sit down to play, to know that you're playing against it, there are just like certain things that you can try to do, but when your opponent has like 2 bestials and like a hand trap and stuff, like it's really hard to be able to play through that. It's rough, man. So yeah, but it is what it is. Shout out to him. He's been doing really good with Dragon Link and stuff lately. Former Altergeist player. But yeah, so that's pretty much kind of what's been going on and stuff. And I know it's been a while since I cooked up anything like crazy with heroes, but thinking about this format and how everything and stuff is, I just felt like it was better to play Omni Hero because one of the things is that this is kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh is becoming a 1 card combo deck, and unfortunately, whenever you mix heroes with something else, and you have that other engine, second engine, it's like your deck becomes like, oh, I need multiple cards in order for these engines to work, or I draw one engine and not the other, and yeah, so it's really hard to combine heroes with other things because a lot of our best cards lock us into hero. So, going into the format, I had decided that Omni Hero was definitely probably the best option. And it hasn't been working out all that great for me, unfortunately. It is what it is, though. Y'all saw me do pretty good with my XYZ, my Get Shifty hero deck, as I like to call it. And the only thing about that deck is like it's real sensitive to hand traps. So if I don't draw the crosshair designator or I'm not able to get to follow up, it's real easy to lose with that deck, and then it does not do good against Kashtira because like playing Shifter, it's kind of like one of the ace cards is the Shifter Dark Law for that thing, and Kashtira doesn't care. Kashtira is Shifter Dark Law, and that's like one other thing that I kind of wanted to talk about or to mention is just like if you think about the hero inboard, especially like the one that we don't end up getting nibbed on, it's like DPE Dark Law. And Kashtira does basically that same thing without playing into Nib and with just like, 1 card without going into a bunch of long combo things, and it's kind of crazy because like y'all think about it, like Dark Law and then Dark Law and then DPE. DPE is a pop, and then Dark Law is the Macrocosmos, but the Kashtira Arise Heart is like both of those cards put together, except he doesn't really except Arise Heart targets and it banished. So, but they get both of them inside of that 1 card, and they can do it in 4 summons if need be. So, yeah, Arise Heart, kind of Kashtira in general just kind of seems like it would almost be a more consistent, better version of Heroes, unfortunately. But yeah, unless you like start factoring stuff like Plasma and Dark Angel, but it's not always easy to get to that stuff, and we unfortunately have to play a lot of bricks. Increase has been a lot in my hand lately. I'm actually like really considering going up to 2. Even when I played 45 cards, I drew it. I should have made a record that I record that thing. we played like 4 rounds. So that's like 8 games, and at least 5 of those games I opened up with increase in my hand. 45 cards in my deck, 1 increase, and I was still just drawing it like crazy. Yeah, it was pretty bad. So might actually end up having to play that to 2. Unfortunately, that means that I will always be drawing one of them in my hand. But maybe it's time I found out if it's better to draw it and have it in deck than it is not to have it in deck at all. So yeah, we might find that out this week. So yeah, that's about it for now. I've also I pay attention to the group. I don't always post off in there or comment or look at stuff. I'm trying to skim through and stuff, but I've been seeing a lot of hero decks, topping, winning locals, topping their regionals, getting their invites. Shout out, congratulations to all y'all. Y'all know y'all making heroes look good out there and stuff. I'm just trying to get back up there where y'all at some point this format, because I feel like either way I am gonna go to nationals. Whether I get to play or not will probably be decided on the 3rd when I go to the Fort Worth, Texas regional. And either way, I'll probably see y'all up there most likely. So appreciate everybody for staying a while to listen, and I will catch y'all on the next visual.
Man, he come through, he level up, he go cool, he's shining out and popping to over 9K. That's a breakthrough. We on top now. Here's a look at our world.